Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of my ambulance restoration, turning into a camper van. I just wanted to let everyone know before I start my last video, I did all the cutting with the hacksaw. It wasn't a hacksaw, it was a jigsaw, with no personal protective equipment. I do not recommend that, as cutting fiberglass is extremely fucking itchy, very itchy, and it's been about a week since I last made a video, so I've been recovering, breathed in a lot of fibers, and all my skin was itchy, and yeah, I didn't feel it at the time, but probably about 2 or 3 hours after I'd finished, yeah, it was not so good. So I'm now better, and I've bought myself some stuff to make myself feel a little bit more protected. So I've bought myself some long-armed gloves. I've got some baby powder, which people have told me that if you wear baby powder heaps, it stops the fibers getting into your skin better. I've got a suit which I'm going to wear, some breathing apparatus, got some proper goggles, and I've actually got some earmuffs. Not normally something that I'd be wearing because I just like to get into it, but you know, safety first, and you can achieve more if you do the right thing. So we're going to crack on. I'm probably not going to make a video of doing the job, just going to get straight into it. So I'm looking at trying to cut some of these cupboards out and hopefully not get itchy in any way. So wish me luck. Alright, so as you can see, I'm pretty well suited up. I've got everything that I need to protect myself from the fibers from this fiberglass. As I said, it's extremely itchy. So yeah, I'm gonna get cracking into it. So this is the whole section here which I'm about to cut out. It's probably no use to me, but I think I'll cut the bottom part out first, and then I might just keep this middle cabinet for now. I'm not sure, but I'll try and get this first aid kit off and take out the wheel arch, and then I'll tune back in. Alright, so here's what we've got left at the moment. So I've cut out the cabinets that were in this particular corner. That was a hard task. Then we came along and I've cut out the wheel arch, which was along there. There was another big sort of open gap in the middle of that. Then we had like a little bowl and a square container type thing, which was in here. Sorry, it's a bit dark. Like I say, I'm in my garage and there's no light that comes in. I've just got like artificial light. And then over here we had a whole bunch of shelves which are up in here, and then behind this jump seat that used to be there, there was another little containery type thing. So now I can see clearly just how big that locker storage is right there. I've managed to find that piece of metal, there's a piece of metal bracket that runs across there underneath this window down there. It goes across here, frame, up there, around to the side. So luckily now when I want to put my bracing on my wood, I've got something that I can actually physically attach it to, because this here, this fiberglass on this side, that's pretty much the outside wall of the ambulance. So this here is my heating unit. So you can see behind there now, Like I said in the last video, I wanted to put my bed here, so I'm not too sure how to do that. That there is the opening for the petrol tank to put the petrol in. And this side I haven't done anything. That's just the cabinet I cut off last time. And then I've still got all this. So I'm gonna be taking hopefully this part off next. And then we should have created a lot of space. Can't. So I thought I'd just make a quick progress report. I managed to get the first aid kit off. It's extremely hard, which was pot riveted like crazy. I've cut out the wheel I've cut off one of the cabinets. I was thinking maybe I might keep that one because it's got like a shelf in it, which is really good storage. If I want to make some sort of kitchen cupboards or something. Still don't know what to do with the uppers and what's actually holding that on there. So I probably need to give that a pull and see what it is. I've managed to, let's get a little bit more light in there. So I found more paneling of metal, which is good. I've still got to cut out that top cabinet there on the corner next to the clock and up the top there. So yeah, so that's the progress so far. That's taken about 3 hours to actually get that out. It's been a pain. I found this piece of metal along here. I really don't know what that's for, which is a shame because I really need to get that piece out. It's in my way, so probably need some sort of metal bladed angle grinder or something to get that off there. So yeah, so that's the progress so far. So far I'm about 7 hours in and I've cut, well not cut, I've actually broken about 15 pieces of that. So I've had 2 packets of these jigsaw blades. Been a bit of a nightmare, but we're getting there. Here we go, here's tonight's efforts. Cupboards are out. That's a bloody hard job. Absolutely exhausted right now. Full on.
Okay, calm.
Good. Hi guys. Okay, so I've just finished this back part of the ambulance on the other side. So I'm going to give you a quick look. Totally exhausted now. Hands are really sore. Been going for quite a few hours. So yeah, come and have a look. Yeah, so pretty much I've cut as much cupboard out as I can. I've gone through 20 jigsaw blades, so I've now run out, there's no more left. But I'm pretty happy with the results for now until I can decide on some measuring and working out what I'm actually going to put in the back here. So stay tuned for video 3 and thanks for watching. Okay, so everything is, unfortunately for me, seems to be pot riveted in to this ceiling. The only thing that I can see that I can get out is take off the cover of these fluoro lights, but all these sorts of things, they've all got some sort of pot rivet type construction. So I think what I'll have to do is I probably better disconnect the battery before I start playing around with all this electrical stuff in here. And yeah, I'm back to again thinking, what am I going to do? Okay, here we go. I've cut out all the cupboards now, finished. Decided to just go whole hog. Get rid of all the cabinetry. Took the ones from the back there as well. Just put those bags up there to stop the dust getting into the cab. I've got all this section here. Every cabinet's out. So yeah, looks a bit of a mess at the moment. This part here is giving me grief. I've got plywood with aluminium metal underneath, so cutting through that with a jigsaw has been an absolute pain in the butt. What else have we got in here? Surprisingly, for an ambulance, this is 1987, there's pretty much not much wiring in this ambo. I don't know what the ambos did back then. They probably learnt how to do things differently. Yeah, there's definitely bugger all in here. I'm a bit jealous of what I see on other ambulances, especially the newer versions. They've all been decked out with all the wires, switches, safety switches. They've got pretty much everything. This ambulance has got nothing, so I've really got to start from scratch with the wiring, inverters, pretty much everything that I need to put in here to keep the ambulance running as a camper van. So hopefully it's not too costly, but at least I've got a clean slate of where I actually want to put everything. So yeah, so that's about it for tonight. Been going for another few hours and getting knackered. But pretty happy with my results. See how much space it's made? It has created so much space in there now. So here is my remaining pile of rubbish left over, which I pulled out from the ambulance. I've got a mountain of stuff to try and recut up now and bin. And yeah, it just stretches for miles. Yeah, lots to clean up. Hey everyone, it's me again, Marcus. Just want to show you what I'm about to do now. I've got this last bit of roof, which you can probably see here, the ceiling part of the ambulance. I just went and bought my third packet of jigsaw blades. So I'm up to about 30 jigsaw blades now, which have snapped off. So I'm ready to try and cut through this wood and aluminium sheeting, which is holding up the ceiling part. So I think the tricky part for me now is to get around all the light fittings and stuff. So I'm going to give it a crack and see how we go, and I'll tune in soon and show you my progress. So here is this sort of like covering, I don't know what it is. And then we've got like the plywood, and then I've got the aluminium sheeting, which is connected underneath it. So I need to cut through 2 layers at once, which is pretty tough on the jigsaw. So that's why the blades just keep on snapping in half. But I've just got that section there to do. I don't know how to go around the lights yet. Hopefully I don't cut through any wires, and we'll see how we go. So I've managed to get off this first piece with some great difficulty, and now I've just got this electrical light just hanging there. Not too sure what to do with the wires. So yeah, I've just chained it up there with a little piece of wire. And then we'll go from there. Now I'll try for the back piece and see what we can come up with there. Alright, so I've finally had some success. I think I'm finished. All the cabinets are now out. The ceiling's now out. All I need to do is find an auto electrician now who can disconnect the light fittings for me. So I need them out. And probably talk like this now. yeah, so just need to clean up my mess, call the auto electrician or take it there, get these lights taken out the roof, then I can start measuring up and work out what I want to do in here. I know that I have already tried in watching a lot of videos of the kitchens and ovens and sinks that you can actually roll out on a slide. That's what I am planning to do, and then raise my bed up and probably go from there, but I'm not too sure. Things do change. I'm going to clean up this mess and then I'll show you the whole thing once it's all clean and ready to go. So this is basically a good look of, at the moment, what's in here. So I'm pretty lucky because I can see, like, I don't need to get too many slats in here for insulation because I've already got like a good frame base to go with. So yeah, so these are the lights. Just needs a few disconnections. I could probably do it myself, but I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, I don't want to cause a electrical fire or some sort of thing if that's a possible thing to do. But yeah, so I'm going to get all this cleaned up now, and like I said, I'll show you once it's clean. Here we go, as promised, all cleaned up, nice and neat. Taken the lights out, they were just in the way, so I've cut the wires back, taped them up, labelled what they were. Hopefully that'll help someone, myself, distinguish what they are later on when I try and get the ceiling, insulation and all that stuff in. So yeah, really proud. This has taken about 5 days in total to get all this like this. And there we go. Now I've just got to chop up all this stuff. Pain in the butt.